And good evening, everybody. Welcome to Catfish Weekly along with Chad. I'm Josh, and we have got Mr. Clint Seager with us tonight, the inventor, programmer, and mastermind behind the game that my employer probably hates because it's costing a ton of productivity now because we're all playing that instead of doing what we're supposed to be. Don't tell
I
me.
have, I may or may not have caught a very nice bag of fish about a week ago during one of my conference calls.
Oh,
That
that's even better.
yeah, my boss might have been leading that too, and it's okay.
No, it's good to see people enjoying it, and yeah, it's got a lot of traction so far. Like I made the dashboard specifically to see who's playing and are people actually taking the time to put time into it, and it's really I couldn't be happier with how it's sort of taken off.
Clint, I got to be honest. It warmed my heart so much today, and probably my dog is going to go crazy today. So, it warmed my heart because I'm going to drop the link here, so everybody make sure you click on it. The dashboards and stuff that you put out there, I went looking because I'm trying to do my research, figure out where these fish are. I saw that Brian B. Catfishing actually went fishing
I
today.
saw that
This
too.
gave
Yes.
this gives guys like him an opportunity to fish again.
We actually fish.
I mean,
Warmed my heart.
if you've got something that can get even Brian back to fishing, that's
And he's been pretty active the last couple of days. I saw him jump in. It must have been 3 days ago, and then the last couple of days he's been sort of a little bit sneaky, and he's in there. His name pops up every now and then.
he said he plays it every day.
Every day, yeah.
I mean, I've seen the bags that he puts in. It's all them, It's like
Brian
it's
B.
really him.
Dinkins. I mean, he got
It's
his
like
name
him really
right.
fishing. Brian B. Dinkins. It's them baby Potomac fish that he catches. But I mean, he can't put up a bag like I can. I mean, I don't know how many 200-pound
I mean,
bags.
of all the people that could be holding that overall leaderboard spot right now, right over there.
You've got first. I think you've got first and third, Chad.
First and third, definitely.
Yeah.
There's this one person that somehow got my second place, and I don't like it. King Cat beat me by 6.2 pounds. I need to take second place back. I need to play some more.
Troy, that's right. Right. He says Brian B. Gaming.
That's right. So water went down wrong. My apologies. So
I was
Clint,
gonna
what
say,
gave you you know, the idea to come up with this?
Uh,
You're like, I need to give Chad an opportunity to catch something big.
yeah, exactly. you and Brian and everybody else. No, like I hadn't been fishing for a long time. I've said this before multiple times. So I've been on YouTube, off YouTube, in the tournaments, out of the tournaments, and sort of a bit wishy-washy with the whole thing. And then I realized that this is something that nobody else is doing, and I'm sort of good at doing it. So I was like, okay, let me just put the effort in. And that was over like the Thanksgiving weekend. So I spent the entire weekend, after doing some family stuff, I just got stuck into it. And then for the next week or two, it was like every night until 2 a.m. And then over the weekends again, getting it built out because I could see it was like coming to life. And then using some AI in between to help me with making like the little catfish icons and those sort of things. So like everything that sort of makes it come to life with the songs and the backstory and the lore and the different characters. Obviously there's some help with AI for that. But just seeing how quickly that could help me do it, it was like, yeah, I gotta make this happen. And it actually got me back fishing again as well. So I got the pontoon boat out myself, and
oh, awesome.
went out in the water and been out a couple of times since then. So it's done good for everybody.
Yeah, well, I've been there since pretty much the beginning when you first kind of started looking for the testers and stuff like that. And I think it's fun because you'll be like, I'll be sitting there in the middle and you'll be like, hey, go up the I'm like, dude, I'm still fishing. Hold on. You can tell how excited Clint is to get this going because he's like waking up at before I wake up in the morning, which is pretty early, and he's still messaging. I gotta cut him off, leave him on red at night because he's still in his
Oh,
office
busy.
trying to make some more updates. So he's putting a
Yeah.
lot into this.
And that's what's so hard about doing it yourself. Normally, something like this takes a team of 10 people because you got the person that's actually doing the coding, the person that's doing the quality control, the person that's doing the testing part, or multiple people doing testing. Where in this, it's like, oh, and then people making the songs, and like everybody's got a certain job when those teams do production like this. I'm literally doing it single-handedly, plus a couple of you guys that are like putting the effort in to help me test. Because if it's not for you, then I'm like having to test myself, try and go through everything that could possibly happen, and then go back. So having people to help that way really speeds things up. Because then you can like identify a problem, tell me, hey, this didn't work, this broke, quickly fix it. So it gets the thing moving along.
Like, hey, the big fish aren't letting me catch them. Can you
Oh,
help
yeah.
a brother out? And then he messages you back. It's not supposed to be easy. And I'm like, man, come on.
Yeah, man, I can't wait to play again just after finding out the shift and spacebar thing. Because I've been sitting here going back and forth with the mouse going,
Yeah, it's a little bit difficult because it's a little bit sensitive with the spacebar and the shift. So you can sometimes, but that makes it also like interesting and but
oh,
more
well,
difficult.
yeah. I mean, that's,
Can I pin this, Josh?
Yeah, there is there.
yeah, hit the start.
Does that pin it to the? Oh, I does. I just gotta go over here. Oh, I would have to actually be in Catfish Weekly's YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Let me go do that.
While you're doing that, I'm going to scroll back up real quick and say hi to everybody. We've got 35 folks watching already tonight. Back up the top of the chat, first one I'm seeing, Echo cancel. Cancel. Seeing 351 Cleveland, Nebraska Wildcats, Miss Heather Stokes. There is Chad from Fields to Water, or maybe it's D. We'll say it's D. There is Cindy Stokes. Hello, Mama Cindy. Hope you're doing well.
Hello, number 2 son.
She said number 1 son to me, right there. And let's see, Mike Sampson. Hello, Sampy.
Hey, Sampy.
Bugman. Hello, Brian. Brewer Boys Outdoors. There's channel member Tom from LG Bass. Channel member Danny Stone Outdoors. Hello, Danny. I got to see him this weekend up at Baldwin. There is Catch Fish with Us. Hello, Chris. Brian B. Catfishing. There is Jeremy DeFore from Creole Catfishing. There's channel member Whisker Dew, member for 55 months. Catfish Cowboy. Trying to scroll through on YouTube over on this screen just so everybody doesn't think I'm looking off to the side for some weird reason. There is Miss Lisa Swain. Let's see. Troy from Real and Virtual Outdoors. There is Benoit Fishing Outdoors. Hello, Gabby and Allison. I saw their wintertime fishing set up today on Facebook. Looked like they were prepared to stay warm. Let's see. There's Greg Burgess. Carolina Catfish channel member. And that gets me down to the bottom, I believe. If I missed anybody, I really... Oh, there's Crappie Day Fish on. I think I got everybody. There's Fields to Water. That's right. Let's hit that thumbs up for Clint. There is no question that you've been putting in a ton of work on this. I mean, do you have an estimate on how many hours do you have in this project?
Probably close to 100.
Holy cow.
Yeah. A lot of those days are continuous hours as well. So like straight, I'm on vacation right now too, which helps. So like today as well on the other side project was literally the whole day. Plus the weather's bad and stuff. So it was a good excuse to get stuck in.
Well, yeah. That's
But what's crazy with this stuff, it's once you get stuck into it and you see the things materializing and coming to life, it's almost like addictive to be like, hey, I can quickly change that and make that look different. It's really cool. Sometimes I've got to be like, okay, I got to just call it a night and sleep over the problem or whatever the idea is, and then come back to it.
Right.
How many versions of this game have you released so far? Like,
oh,
I know
wow.
you've put out a lot of updates because I can't keep up with them half the time.
Well, that was one of the things I set out to do in the beginning, was to keep people updated. That's why I made the Facebook page as well, so that people can feel part of it and feel engaged with the whole process, and feel like it's a community project, which it is. Like, that was the intention as well, to make it something that is for the catfish community to enjoy, to feel like they're part of, and test and give ideas of how to improve it. I would say I'm probably, like, the major releases has gone up to like 6 now, but in between that there's been a bit of a mix and match of 6 point, like it started at 1.1 and then I changed the format and was like 1.2.3, and like I had no consistency, and now I've sort of nailed down my sort of changes, and now it's at 6.2.3 or something like that. But I've easily posted 100 different versions, in even unbeknownst to you. So I'll update the link in the background without you knowing sometimes, just to get an update pushed through. Otherwise it's just such a big hassle to type it out and make
Right.
It might be a tiny little change, like a little bug fix that just needed to sort of go out for people to play.
I usually know when he makes one, because I'll be sitting there going across, and all of a sudden here comes CHP comes flying down the river, and he starts doing a little circle around me, and I'm like, oh, he's testing something.
Yeah,
see,
so
I
if you
do
see
that because
CHP,
I see somebody on the water, I've got to go and like circle them or sideswipe them or something. It's
so if you see CHP or CDS, that's me doing donuts and testing. Yeah.
So I've lost my, where'd it go? I'm looking at one. Let's share this. How do I share? Sorry, we're using a new system I'm not used to here.
what you hunting for? I'll try to help you.
There we go. I think this is the right one. There,
Yep.
There you go. All right. So I pinned the link to Clint's website, circlehookproductions.com, up at the top. So please, make sure you guys go check this out. Is it up okay?
Yep.
Yeah.
Looks good.
That's good.
All right. So I did not know, Clint, because I've only been playing on the phone, that you can play right here. But there is a button where you can play now, and you can join the community. I do frequent this on my phone before I play. Let me make this bigger for myself, so I can see where the hot bite's at. But you can see you're actually, when he's building this, what made you, you've built an environment of how many fish are actually in this lake, right? So what made you think to do something like this, and what did you put behind the numbers? You have right now 2,315 available fish, right?
Oh wow.
So it started off, well, like all games, and this is where I sort of wanted to pivot, because all games are sort of just like, I wouldn't say AI generated fish, but just randomly generated fish in the game, right? So you could just cast and catch whatever the computer decides is going to be there. So I thought, no, let me make a database where every single one of those 2,400 fish are actual database entries in the system. So when you're on that lake, every single fish that you catch is its own individual fish with its own mood, its own.
Oh wow.
Its own. I want to improve that still. So the mood is sort of just a small algorithm, but I've been playing with some back-end AI stuff where the potential is there to make every fish have an AI personality as well, and say, hey, tell the AI, give the whole population its own free will, basically. And that's where that idea came from. It's like to make the lake a living, breathing ecosystem. So what also happens is when you release a fish, it has a 1 hour like recycle time or respawn time. And if you catch a keeper fish for the bag, it has a 2 hour respawn time. So I wanted to experiment with that. So if we have more, like a lot of people playing, see where that balance starts to happen of taking fish out and then returning again to the lake. I mean, right now with sometimes a max of 10 playing at once, we're sort of not at a point yet where it's getting to in the 80s. So you can see the health is like in the 90s still. It'll be interesting to see when more and more people play at a single time, what the ecosystem sort of does with that metric, or that way of doing it at least.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So with the size of the fish, are you doing anything with that? Do the fish always remain the same weight, or do they gain weight over time, or times of the year, or are they getting smaller at different times of the year? Whatever.
No, it's a good question. They do grow, but so every time they get caught and they go back, there's a very small percentage that same fish will increase in weight every single time.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
neat.
Yeah. So
Where they're biting.
there probably needs to be more done in terms of like what happens at a certain point. Like you can't just have fish growing forever. So I do have a limit on how big they can grow. It's sort of world record limits, but the time it will take for them to grow will be a long time. It's not going to be, in 3 weeks you're going to catch a 100-pound fish that was 50 pounds today. It's
Right.
not going to be like,
Yeah. I mean, I would prefer it be more realistic. That a fish is only going to gain so much from where it is this year. So a 5-pound fish isn't going to be a 30-pound fish next year. It's going to be, that 7-8 pound range.
Chad,
Yeah.
you're talking about it being realistic, and you got a 300-pound bag. We all know that you would not catch a 300-pound bag.
Hey, if you go in and you figure out the main hotspot, main channel, right? You can utilize this one to your advantage. Once you figure out the different colorations of the fish, that will change your game as well. It's not
That
always
was one of
about
the things I was wanting to ask about, because I know what I figured out is the little red and purple things. Those are basically your dinks.
Well, the size of the mark isn't just the one thing, right? There's different colorations, but the specialized fish I have figured out. I just can't get them to freaking bite. But
well, I know I marked a wild looking fish right before I caught Snaggletooth or whatever his name was earlier this afternoon. So I know to look for those.
Yeah. No, and the sonar is, as far as I could do, designed to be as realistic as possible. So when you get a return off a ping from a normal sonar, it will have a more like solid, bright color in the center, indicating like it's a solid body of a fish kind of thing, bigger. So I mean it actually comes from the Lowrance stuff. So when I set it up in the beginning, I sort of again took some help from some AI there to say, hey, help me to make it more Lowrance HDS specific. And I actually had the word Lowrance on it in the beginning while I was
remember seeing Lowrance on there I liked that. So
and then I was like, well, if I want to commercialize this thing, I can't be putting brand names. So I made up my own brand of DeepScan and Chartmaster for the GPS, because the GPS had Navionics in the beginning as well. Yeah.
Oh, I like this on the you see it on the screen on the phone, but I didn't know until today that it's popping up who's catching what they've done with the fish. It shows you they've released it, whatever, right? That's awesome. But
yeah, so the website actually pulls from the exact same database as the game. It's like one database, and then both just pull from that, which is nice because you can scale it up to whatever size. This is the other thing I was sort of discussing a little bit with Kevin as well. When we want to do later tournaments and those sort of things online and the YouTube stuff, we can also create these sort of dashboards for the tournament. So, the spectators have a much easier time of, if they just want to have a quick overview of who's doing what for the day, or if it's a week tournament or whatever, you get it all in one place. And we can use the game as a prototype to do that kind of stuff too.
All right, well, let's get into these legendary fish. Because obviously Big Mama and Goliath over here, Emperor, have not been caught yet. I know that I have been hooked up on these fish numerous times, and to say that it's brutal is putting it lightly. They hit like some kind of missile that I have not figured out how to keep on a line yet. So, um, again, you can go into here and do a little research as well, right? Queen of the Inlet, Big Mama stakes her claim where the cold river water pours in, ambushing. You've got rules of the main channel. It tells you where to look for these individual fish. It doesn't mean you're gonna find them. Or when you do find them, you can sit on them for 15 minutes, Clint, and they will not bite on some days.
Yeah, you can sit there the whole time.
There's one.
So let me ask you, have you burned an entire tournament just exploring the lake yet? Because I have. Not caught a single fish, just went and looked at the whole lake.
I have looked at the entire lake, but I cannot say that I've done it. I have boated the entire lake, but I have caught fish because I refuse to have a skunk. But
so that brings up something, right? Because one of the things I want to do is make an open world exploratory version of the game, or an option. So what I've been sort of building in the meantime in the back end, and it will still take some time, is the upper river. So it's going to go for miles and miles that you can actually navigate up north. And then below the dam section as well. So basically, when you launch the game, you can choose where you want to launch to. And then the idea would be to have it as you just play. Like there's no 15-minute time limit kind of thing.
Oh, wow.
You just go out and you just fish, right? And if you want to go and hunt monsters, that's up to you. But then those bags obviously won't count for a best bag, because you could just literally just fish the whole day until you get something like that. So I want to keep the tournament aspect there still for like the casual tournament players, and then have the open world thing for monster hunting and exploring, and then also have the actual real tournaments which are in the system. Hasn't taken off that well yet, but it's there, and it's ready for prime time, where people can then, if they want to challenge each other, set up tournaments and play against each other as well. So that's sort of the three sort of avenues that I'd like to explore of the whole thing.
Lance said I explored the bank once, ran right into it.
Oh yeah, I did that too.
I've done that.
Very first time I ever played the game, I'm like, I'm going to run up on this shore, and then I find out you get penalized for that.
So yeah, you have different tiers of the legendary fish, which is cool.
Pork chop.
Again, I haven't. There's old Snaggletooth. You caught that one. Look, held by weekend angler. Weekend dangler. Sorry.
Yeah, and you hold on to the fish for X amount of time. So the common fish, it's like 12 hours, and then 24 and 48 as you go up the tier. So the more prized the fish is, the longer you keep it for your trophy.
Oh, I did. I wasn't sure if there was a set time on those. It was 12 hours or what they were there. So.
Yeah, no, if you catch Big Mama, you'll have it for 48 hours.
Oh, wow.
If Big Mama, she ain't easy to catch.
Well, if you look at Moby there, so Moby's caught weight was 100 and what does it say there? 118.
118.6.
So they're configured very similar in that sense, and the weight on them. So the weight on the legends, it's sort of it fluctuates. So it can go down, it can go up again. So it gives everybody a chance to get a record on that. So you might catch a 118-pound Moby that first time, and then catch a 111-pound Moby the next time.
I would
it's just so it makes it fair for others as well to catch, or at least have a chance of breaking the record on a legend.
I would not complain about the 111-pound Moby, just so you know.
Yeah, but the fact that someone caught Moby at that weight means that Emperor, Goliath, Big Mama, they're all doable.
I don't know.
Look at that top corner.
What am I doing?
Missed it.
I'm on a different screen, so.
Oh, I went and caught a fish while you were doing that, just to put my name up on the screen.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
I had to.
So, Okay. Now, is there anything else in? So right here, where they're biting. So what's this? I didn't see this. 1 8 hour. Oh, so you could look at the
Oh,
last
okay.
hour, the last 8 hours, and the last 24.
Hmm.
Obviously, the main channel is everybody's go-to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it was originally almost like a prediction graph that I had in there, and everything just showed green, so it wasn't very UI user friendly in a way. So this changed yesterday, I think it was, where I made it more like where people are actually catching and where they're biting at the current moment. I'll try it out and see how that goes if people like it. Otherwise, come up with another. Especially if the AI fish thing becomes reality at some point, then maybe we could have like the prediction model working better to show like this area is the next one that's going to be hot, and then people can sort of move around and be more dynamic that way.
Okay. So obviously, I didn't touch on this, but curious. You have a 5 bag limit. You can hold 10 in your live well.
Mm-hmm.
If people pay attention, some of those extras that you keep, you can actually make in-game money on it. So what are you going to be doing with that?
So the idea with that was to make an economy system, so it's not just a stale game where people just play for no reason. There's sort of got to be a reason to make it sticky, that people come back and have a reason to play. I mean, the reason could be because it's fun to fish. That's great, but a lot of people will enjoy striving towards something, right? So this was part one of a way to make money. So sell the smaller fish that you catch. Came up with sort of a restaurant system. They each have different priorities, so they're looking for different weights of channel cats. They're more active at different times of the day in terms of their peak hours that they're having people come through. The restaurants work in a way that the more people that are on the lake fishing, it extrapolates to more people in the restaurants dining. So it's like more people at the lake overall.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I think. So that's the way I set that up. Still needs a way to make people lose money so that they have to get more money. And that was the idea with the tournaments, is that you pay to enter with your in-game cash that you have, and then you can make your winnings through winning the tournament.
Well, just don't make it leaders, because you make me snag up too much. I don't do that in real life. So
no, but that's so there's a lot of,
right.
No, but there's a lot of things. Yeah, I mean, losing tackle is one thing. It could be like $5 in-game money that you could lose, and then you have to catch some fish to make up that cash again, or gas money for the boat, launch fees, all those kind of things.
Just don't make us have Mark from Catfishing Crappies.
Oh God, yeah.
He pays some high launch fees.
So guys, you can really see though that Clint is putting a lot of thought into what he's creating here, right? And it all revolves about being in this community and you guys that have been a part of it. So I would really, really appreciate everybody at least giving it a try, check it out, help Clint out. He's going to obviously he's got a lot in his mind, and his mind seems to never never stop working here. So he's thinking, what's next, right? What can I do? What can I do? What can I make it better? He's already added different color rods. There's a time of the game, that he's already like, oh, it makes it go dark at 5:30, at Chad's time, and you start seeing the sunset. He's put a lot into this. It's pretty cool.
So the time of day is linked to your actual time of day. I don't know if you noticed that. So if it's nighttime by you, it's nighttime on the game.
Okay.
For example, my mom's in Australia. For her, she's playing at different times. So if her game time is different to your game time as well.
That's why
which makes a difference. So people playing internationally. So when you look at the today's best, there might be some better catches, or there might be some flatheads, because the flatheads are more active at night. But it might be someone across the world somewhere that it's nighttime for them in the game, and they're catching a flathead and you're not. So when you see that, it's maybe because the person's international.
That's wild. That is a level of detail that is just amazing.
Yep, he was like, Chad only fishes during the day. I'm gonna give him a a way to fish at night. I like it. But yeah, you can see that's over here, like the last 24 hours.
Oh yeah, look at that! Look at that big old peak right there. That's when I was playing earlier.
Yeah, the other thing I sort of had to build in the last couple of days was more like security as well. Because if we're going to do proper tournaments and maybe eventually tournaments for real money, people were able to hack, and I actually had 1 or 2 dodgy names in there that put in a bag with actually catching no fish. So there were people already from somewhere in the world that were trying to probe the system. I think I've got it to the point where that's not possible anymore, and every single catch is logged now. So if you submit a bag that's 300 pounds, I can actually go and see, and if someone flags it and says, hey, that's not possible, or let's say it was 500 pounds, right? Something ridiculous. You can actually go and see, did that person actually catch those fish from the database? Because there's no way a hacker could know what the identity codes of those fish are, because they in a database is separate. So they would have to somehow be in there to know exactly that fish has that weight and those 5 fish total that number that they put into the hack.
I was going to ask you too, before you said the part before this, where you were just saying you were talking about the flathead, and I was saying, now that it's wintertime, are the flatheads dormant in your game? Because in the last 100 sessions, there's not been a flathead caught.
Yeah, so that's the last 50 catches. No, not sessions. So that's the last. Let me just move my screen here from my camera. So the top section there is the last 100 sessions, average bag, and.
Okay. Okay. I see.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe a little bit.
Catches. Okay. Yeah, maybe. I'm old and blind, Clint, so you might want to enlarge that. I do need new glasses though. Okay.
Yeah, so currently the game only looks at time of day. It's doable, and I'd still need to get to that point of making it like weather specific as well, like actual weather that's happening. Right in the beginning, I actually tried to have an API that links to your actual location's weather. So let's say from what's the normal weather website? Slipping my mind now. What's the most famous one? Not weather.com. There's that other.
The
AccuWeather.
AccuWeather. Yeah,
I use weather.gov, but
yeah. No, so AccuWeather, they all have like APIs that it can link into the code, and with that, you could sort of have your exact conditions in your in your location. But then, if it's real bad weather, then you're gonna struggle.
Yeah.
That would have been today when we were 25 with a wind chill cutting it down to like 2.
Yeah.
My wife has joined us. Hello.
Hey, Christina.
So for the people in chat, do you guys? I apologize if I've missed anything. It's probably Josh's fault. But have you guys got anything you want to ask Clint about the game, or ideas, or anything like that? Please bring them up. We do have obviously more to talk about, but I'm trying to think. Is there anything on here, Clint, on your site that we've not went over, or that I missed, or anything like that?
Well, one of the reasons for the site as well was as a business, sort of side business for myself to do YouTube video editing, which is something I still enjoy. So for the catfish community, content creators out there that maybe don't know how to do certain things or don't have the time, right? So the idea with the service is more to let you have more time on the water and let me take care of some of your editing needs or creative needs that you might have, for a small fee, obviously. So I still want to still try and make that a business out of it, but to not have you sitting behind a computer when you could be on the water fishing and making your content. That's sort of the idea behind it.
Well, I can also tell you, when the bite is slow, when you're out on the water, this is a fun game to actually catch some fish. I'm just saying. Been there, done that already.
I may have done that at Baldwin Saturday off of my tablet. But nobody could see it because Parker had set the stream up in tiki-taki mode.
Dang on Parker.
My voice is coming and going tonight, guys, so I apologize on that one.
Yeah,
I
it's
sound like a
really
frog.
nice at 44. You finally hit puberty, brother.
Well, you know.
Again, the link to this, the website is pinned to the top. Please make sure you guys
Oh yeah,
go over and check
and
that out.
we'll add that to the. Actually, I think it is in the description of the video. It is. It's down in the description. So if you're watching later on a replay, it's down there. It's right below the like button. So hit the like button and then go down and look at that and go play a game.
Yeah. So Clint,
so this is the easiest way to play, right? Is going to the website and clicking play now on the little button there. But the way I really want people to help me is to send me the email address so I can whitelist them for the Google Play Store. So if you have an Android phone, that's where I'm currently doing the test build to get the actual converted into an app format of the game. Because there are some issues still when playing it as a website. So, it depends on your phone's font sizes, your phone's display size. Some phones are a little bit slower than others. So there are
talking about
performance issues.
iPhones suck.
Yeah, I mean, I've got an iPhone that I test on as well, and it doesn't do nearly as good as I've got a Pixel 10 for my Android phone, and that thing just cruises through it. So there was I sort of took it for granted that the game just works, but then I heard from a lot of people, hey, my boat is slow, or this doesn't, the button doesn't line up, or the button's hidden behind the browser bar.
You don't have to fix that for them. It works for me.
Yeah, I was going to say it's working for me. So
yeah, there are things people can do. Just make sure your fonts and your screen size and stuff is all on default, or maybe slightly smaller than default. Some people, they zoom in so they can see stuff better, but that really tanks the performance big time. Yeah. Because if you're zooming in, it's trying to render more graphics from it, and then it just the phone can't handle it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
See, Matt says I'll try to play when I'm in the hog stand this week and next. Nothing wrong with that either. Wabash Nate said he was just getting ready to ask about the App Store. So.
Matt says, where do we send the email?
So I need to fix. I actually just realized today that my email button on the page there is wrong, but it will be talk to chp@gmail.com for now.
You got that, Josh?
Yep.
Thank you, buddy. I was getting ready to type it.
Yeah, so just send me a mail there. And you have to have an Android. If you have an iPhone, it's not going to work for now.
Typical.
But then I'll be able to whitelist your email address. Then I'll send you a link, and that takes you to the App Store, like
oh, that's awesome.
Back end store, and then you can download it.
Jeff Beal has a really good question. He said, will Jody get a 2026 front cover, kind of like an EA Madden NFL thing?
Well, he's already modeled Rex, the angler Rex, after me. So, what? Why are you laughing?
I just can't. I was trying to come up with something good, and I couldn't.
Seems rude, but whatever.
Yeah, I see Matt's laughing at the iPhone people. It's not because I'm against the iPhone, but it's just so much.
There's Lyle.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. Look, he even Old Man is
Old Man River. That's 100%. The first time I saw it say Old Man River, I knew it was Lyle.
Yeah, and look, Rex is basically just me. I'm just saying. Anyway, so we talked a little bit, Clint. So the future, and I want to get into your other endeavors. That's kind of, from here to there, right? So where do you see this game, say, in 6 months, and then what is your Circle Hook Productions future with all your other endeavors?
So 6 months of the game, it's just getting people to play.
I will help.
But at the same time, not having too many people play at once. So, behind the scenes, I've sort of limited the community page to the Americas only, and maybe like Australia and South Africa, my home country, just so that it's not overwhelming from countries that are playing just because, they play without knowing what it even is. Yeah. And then I all of a sudden have 1,000 people on the lake and the whole thing crashes. I can't afford it to break because of something like that. So yes, it'll be cool to have so many people playing, but at the same time, it's also like it's also like a failure point that could happen. So I want to take it slowly, like get people to adopt it because they want to play, they enjoy catfishing, they enjoy the concept of catching catfish on the phone this way, and then get it to a point where things are stable and working that way, and then eventually take it to a point where the tournaments become real life tournaments where people can, pay money and play against each other, get the system performing better in terms of, like the AI fish and all those sort of things. So it's not really algorithm based anymore, but it's more real, if you want to call it that, and just have it as a evolving platform that just keeps moving.
Randy Swain's just started playing.
Oh, there's Larry Listenby. It says first tournament done, no bites skunked. Is this common on this game?
You can ask my mom that. So she's now hitting 240 plus pound bags every now and then, and she started off skunking as well. So
yeah, but I think I skunked my first 2 or 3 times playing. So
yeah, and that's the cool thing about it. It doesn't hold your hand, and it was never intended to hold your hand either. You got to sort of pick it up, figure it out, and then start catching fish. It's it's not designed to be like
kind of like real fishing. But I can tell you, I see so many people playing this right now. Y'all need to get out of my freaking spots.
Lance said we need a Northern Hawaiian character.
So what is so? Oh, hold on, fish on. Oh wow! Oh, here we go. Oh yeah. Oh.
So Clint, is there right now? Is there a hard cap on the number of people that can play at one time? Is it going to stop us or?
So for boats on the water with the live track where you can see everyone moving around with a nice smooth little motion and stuff, right now the hard cap's at 100 at once.
Oh wow! Okay,
oh, wow, that's a lot.
Which is plenty for now. But when it gets to that point, it will break out into rooms. So let's say there was 1,000 people playing, I might want to do like rooms of 50, so that you're not all clustered on top of each other as well. But what's really interesting with that is like a dynamic behind the scenes where there could be invisible people on your spot that you don't even know about, and that's like an invisible influence on the fish, so you wouldn't even know, which would be pretty cool.
Oh wow!
That'll be an interesting experiment to see how that plays out. But
yeah,
far from that still. Because the other option is to make multiple lakes, but that's multiple databases. It's not a scalable thing. So the better way would be make more fish in the lake and then just have more people fishing for the same more fish. But then the pressure, because right now the pressure is you yourself, you've maybe caught a couple of fish and you spook the area and then it will tell you like pressure, like they're not going to bite for some time. But in the future, that pressure could be because there's actually somebody there that you don't know on top of those same fish, right? So that's
cool. So what other endeavors does Circle Hook Productions got going on? What are you thinking with your business here?
So the other thing I'm currently busy with is a tournament app, so a standalone tournament app specifically for catfish angling, called Cat Champ. So it's something I've launched pretty recently as well, or going to launch. So I just bought out the domains for that. So I would say in this next week, probably have something out on the catchamp.com website. And the idea is to provide something a little different to what TourneyX and Fishing Chaos and all the other tournament apps do. So I've got some unique sort of things going on there, which I think people will enjoy. And it's going to be very spectator-centric. It's going to have a bit of a YouTube tie-in, if I can call it that. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about what that's going to bring. It could also tie into this with the game as well if we have proper tournaments, like real tournaments down the line too. And have it as the companion app to the game.
So with your app that you're talking about, will it also be able to be found right here at circlehookproductions.com? Will you have like links to everything that you're doing as you're
Yeah,
building? So easy. Sorry. Oh yeah. Big Mama. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, right.
It wasn't Big Mama.
Yeah, no. So this site, I mean, at least for now, it's sort of showcasing the game. the idea in the future would be for the game to have its own website, and then for my website to link out to different products or different software solutions, if you will, that get made. And then also sort of be a place where people can request services for video editing and those sort of things.
Cool.
Or even help on, if you want to make a game, for example, and you have an idea in this space, or like you want to learn more about AI, and have some consulting, those sort of things. I like that stuff. So,
out of curiosity, what programming language are you using for this?
So it's very basic, actually. It's probably the world's biggest and most confusing and complex HTML file.
Really?
With JavaScript. Mm-hmm.
No kidding.
So it's almost 100% HTML.
That's wild.
So the game is basically a website.
That is wild.
It's 15,000 lines of code at the moment.
Sorry, I had to go back. Oh, I just spotted a big fish. I had to go back and see which size fish are selling good. So I got to make some money. One of these days, he's going to let me buy me some abus. And I mean, I love it, and I hope it continues to branch out, and eventually you get people like that, right? Saying, "Hey," because I want to own my Abu setup, because I don't know what kind of Shakespeare Walmart brand rod that keeps breaking off Big Mama every time I hook into her. But
you need a Lyle.
I know
Stokes rod.
Yeah.
You need a Krampus cane.
Yeah, I need a Chad Fields money rod or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be kind of cool.
No, so that's another good topic to bring up.
I fell out of my chair.
So having a couple discussions already with some potential sponsors.
Cool.
So that's another interesting thing, right? It's like a very unique way for the catfish companies that make certain things to put their product in the game, or have at least some branding somewhere from time to time. And they could sponsor tournaments as well. So instead of sponsoring a YouTube video, this is another avenue that they could use. Put the actual rods there, put the actual reels. Have the branding on the side of the pontoon boat with the the banners on the railings, those sort of things.
Cool.
That's awesome.
It can be person specific as well. So the database could call, so if it's Josh or Chad, your accounts, it could query the database and say it needs to be this brand, and this brand. So this is my reel setup.
Oh, it'd be great. Then my boat could say like Chad stinks or something. I'd go run circles around it.
Really?
Well, maybe. You never know. Matt was asking about what kind of processor speed you need for that kind of writing.
So I got my countries, and there's my computer down there. Processor speed's not really a big deal, but I think it's a decent gaming computer, right? I've got an RTX 4090 graphics card as well, which is top end. So for testing and getting things done quickly, it helps for sure. But to do the coding, you could use a laptop.
Oh yeah.
But with doing some of the stuff with AI as well, having a good internet connection and some of the processing there, it helps, right? It gets the AI to respond quicker. I do pay for the higher end sort of subscriptions to certain things. So when I'm building the graphics or the fish little icons or the songs, maybe not the songs, but like the other little AI things, it's useful to have the like higher end package for like Claude and Gemini and that type of stuff. Otherwise it just spits out just random stuff.
Chad, we ought to send him the AI songs we have. We've got the Chad Fields Money song, and then we've got that one about Mark. That'd be perfect in the game.
I agree.
Cindy Stokes said she needs a bigger motor to get to her spot faster.
Hey, that could be upgraded down the road on the pontoon. We could go from a pontoon to a tri-tune, or and up the motor size.
So Cindy, if you want to comment there what phone you're using, because that's sort of the issue. The people that typically are complaining about the boat not being quick enough, there's something going on with the performance. So if I, even if you want to email me, don't want to put in chat what you have, just email me, you're having performance issues, at least so I know which devices are doing certain things. It helps to try and troubleshoot and debug. Because I was using my daughter's phone, iPhone, my Pixel 10, and trying to at least use the 3 and see where the happy medium is. But yeah. But that, I think the boat speed thing is a phone performance.
Oh, she's
She
using a
says
laptop.
she's using a laptop. So.
Oh, okay. Well, then it should be fine. Like on computer, it should run perfectly fine. On any computer.
It's just it's a big lake, Cindy, or big river. I finally found the dam yesterday.
Oh, that's one of my favorite places to fish.
I skunked down there. I left that spot alone. You can have it.
I can give you some coordinates. So one question I had, and I hadn't messaged you about it yet, is so you have the north inlet and you have the dam. So is there any thought of maybe because obviously that to me I see a dammed up lake. Is there any thought about putting flow into the water? What's actually is the north inlet the actual inlet to the lake that it would flow into, and then the dam is the overflow dam, or am I backwards when thinking this?
No, so the north side will be the inlet, the river that flows in, and the actual lake was modeled on Lake Conroe where I live. So there, where your boat launches every time, that's actually where my house is on this lake. So that's how it came about. The names are similar in a way. They changed a little bit for some of the areas, but that's the idea, right? So the San Jacinto River that flows in would be the river that extends up north eventually. And then that same river that flows down to Lake Houston and then down to the bayous and down to the Gulf Coast, that would be the next step. And then, like I said before, make it more open world so you can explore and not be bound by time to check everything out.
Chad does not email him. I have a direct contact with.
Danny says no bank angler spots. You're killing him. Danny, it's hard to do a pontoon catfish. If you put the pontoon boat on the bank, you get penalized. We talked about this earlier. So
maybe by downloading or going to the site and playing this game, you'll get your butt off the bank and get on a boat.
You know what? He was actually checking out that boat of mine at the Baldwin Bash Saturday. Danny was actually talking about wanting a boat.
Hey, John boys.
So, Clint, I'll ask you this. Sometimes I've been out fishing on there. And while I'm set up, I'll see like a purple ping come up, and it'll say big fish mark. Is that fish, if I pull everything up and go running over there, is he hanging out in that area? Is he moving through? Oh,
we lost your audio.
You're muted. He just told the secret, and
I know. I'm sitting there thinking the same thing because I'm like,
here's the cheat code to the game, and we just missed it. So
I've even tried. No, still can't hear you. I've even tried the cheat code. Try to come up with my own cheat code when I'm dragging, doing the up, up, down, down, left, right, left, right.
Oh yeah, 30 lives.
Yep. Trying to get 30 extra minutes on my 15. 30 extra baits.
Let's see. We don't have you muted. Just making sure we hadn't hit anything.
Nope. Still nothing there, Clint.
Hello?
There you go.
I think yeah, that's weird, Mike. So if it's bad, I don't know. Is it echoing?
I think it's echoing. Nope, we lost.
Hello.
There it goes.
There it goes.
No, I don't know what happened. This DJI mic just disappeared from the list of devices there.
No, you're good.
You're back. You're back now. So
cool.
All right. So yeah, the large purple spot located Where are these fish going? Because when I go there, I can't find them.
No, they're there. Well, it's sort of it's part of the lore. It's like the AI rivals, like the NPCs, sort of
Okay.
smack talking and saying that the fish was there. But I would say most of the time the fish are there when the blob comes.
Well, I've been sitting on this one fish for 4 minutes, and I keep seeing it go across the bottom of my screen. I got 2 seconds, and this
it's
fish
gone.
that had to have been. Which one was it? I think it was Goliath. The one down.
Goliath
Yeah.
in the main channel. Yeah.
I think Goliath. Wait a minute. Is this the? Yeah, that's
the cold
owns the
river
channel.
waters, yeah.
Which one is it that's down by the dam?
Just go across there. There, Sergeant Slaughter.
Sergeant Slaughter, I believe, has broken me off 3 or 4 times at
The
least.
monster of the dam. I see. I went down there looking for the Volkswagen down at the dam. So
Okay. What's those numbers you just put in, Josh?
you should know those numbers. You're an '80s kid like I am.
Oh, I'm like that looks like it looked like a phone number at first.
Nope.
I'm like, what?
That's how you go straight to Mike Tyson, man. I still remember that.
Yep. Sell that fish, baby. Yeah, make me some money. Money.
Oh, please, we don't.
Please don't make that character.
Well, you might get lucky sometimes, and I might leave the Konami code in by accident, because I've done that. I've done left right for testing, right? So if I want to catch in the beginning, if I wanted to catch a legend just quickly to see that it works, I would do some things like that, or just key on the keyboard. Yeah.
Randy said this is
so what we know now is that there are hidden keystroke commands in this game.
They get taken out, but you might get lucky if I forget.
Randy Swain is already addicted to the game.
Good.
It is. It's fun, and I'll sit there and the girl, the wife typically, and then we'll be watching TV, and I'll be sitting there, and I'm like, well, I don't want to watch this. And I'll open up my phone, and I'll, if I'm not trying to think of what I can do AI wise for all my Facebook, posts that I'm making, I'm like, I'm gonna do a little fishing while I think, and I'll sit there and I'll look over, and they're like, "What are you doing?" Because they'll hear the music.
Yep, I'll just
and
say
I
it
like
plays
that
really well on a big tablet. So
yeah, well, you can if you don't want to hear the music, you can turn just the music off, and you can still hear the fish, bite and all that kind of stuff. There's those indicators. I really like in the limited amount of time that you have been working on this, right? About a month.
1 month, exactly 1 month.
Yeah. I mean, you've came so far so fast. So kudos to you. I really enjoy it. I hope others will too, because it is a lot of fun and sit on there. And I don't know if it would be worth doing, but maybe because I see from time to time like Techie Tom or whoever will make a comment on there about stuff. Maybe open it up till I can talk smack when I see people like the Weekend Angler on there or Brian.
Oh, that would be awesome.
So this will come. So the technology,
yes.
The technology thing I'm using for the boats that you see the boats moving, it's the same technology that gets used for Facebook Messenger, for example, or WhatsApp.
Oh, cool.
So the idea would be to have like an instant message kind of thing where you can broadcast to people on the lake. The challenge with those types of things is you don't know what some random person might say, and it still needs to be family friendly.
Yeah.
So it's very difficult, and like with it being on the Google Play Store, they're very strict with protecting these sort of things. So I've got to figure out ways to make it sort of fun, but also where not anybody can just do anything with it as well.
Yeah, that could be. I mean, we used to see that. That's why we all ended up doing subscriber only mode when we go live. If you don't do subscriber only mode, you end up with weird bots saying inappropriate things in the chat.
Exactly.
And we'll just leave it at that. Anybody that's seen it knows exactly what it is. And
This
if you
one,
don't, think of the worst thing possible and then
yes.
go past that, and that's get you close.
Well, this comment could be part of what we just talked about, plus, maybe an enhancement to the game where so I'm guessing there are a lot of fish swimming around with Chad's rigs in their mouth. That would be something somebody could post. But then an enhancement to the game, if you catch a fish like Sergeant Slaughter, who's broken me off 4 times, maybe you can get some of their rigs back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be nice.
Yeah, and it's all just from the database. So
Exactly.
that same fish, it could just track who caught it last or who caught it the last 10 times and have little items attached in that entry. It's open to anything really. So if people have ideas, email me, put in the chat. If you think of cool things that's doable, we can certainly make it happen, or at least consider it.
All right. Well, Clint, is there anything else you want to talk about with the game or the future endeavor before we close it out?
No, just thanks for giving me a platform to talk about it and for people to see it. It's sort of been word of mouth, at least for the time being. So I haven't pushed it that hard. I don't push it from my personal Facebook page.
I do.
Yeah, I mean, and I rely on guys like you. Like that's the whole point is for the community to do that and to help me in that sense, and not for me to be like, hey, play my game, right? I'd rather be having people that like the game to say, hey, play the game, and
Right.
because they want to. Yeah.
What's this say?
It was the same with my YouTube stuff before. It was, when I was doing YouTube, it was also, I didn't go out and be like, hey, please subscribe. I was never into that. It was like, if you want to watch. If you don't want to watch, that's also fine.
Exactly. Or an option to post that you got their lost fish. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very cool. Yeah.
Matt says give bonuses for fish caught that broke off other people's rigs and has their rigs in their mouth.
Yeah, well, the legends already give a bonus, so that's something we didn't talk about, which was implemented a bit later. So you get $20 or 20 credits or whatever for the common, and I think it's 40 and 60, something like that, for the next 2 tiers. But yeah, we could have like a bonus for like an additional $5 or something if there's a
rig attached or something.
And a smack talk publish that goes out to say, hey, by the way,
I caught your gear back. Thanks.
Oh, that's awesome.
But yeah, I mean, what you were saying earlier with the thoughts of, having to buy $5 for leader, when you get a bonus leader that you don't, you have in your box, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, right now people can just make money. So I would recommend, if you're going to be playing, make as much money as you can, because there will come a time when you're going to
need it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've started trying to keep at least a few, 2 or 3 extra fish in the box to see if I can cash out something. And you don't get, you have your top 5, and say you have 8 fish in your box, you don't get to sell all 3 of those extra fish. Some of them you can just only release, but I always make sure,
Yeah, but if you get some of those ones, I mean, I sold one out of my top 5 once just because I had the option to sell it. So.
Yeah,
well, if you look when you start the game, in the main menu, it has like legendary fish, leaderboard, the restaurants box or button.
Mm-hmm.
So when you start, you click on that, you see which restaurants are buying. Because if they fully stocked, they sort of not gonna, yeah.
And you can also go on the website here
and the dashboard as well. Yeah, but I mean, if you had this open on one screen and playing on the phone, that's probably the most efficient way you could play.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's good to know like which restaurant is looking for what size of fish, so you know what to keep. Otherwise, you might just release it unknowingly, and then you could have sold it for what's it now, $3.50 a pound at Whisker Lake Bar and Grill.
Yeah, and it varies, because like this one here, the Circle Hook Cafe earlier was $3.50 a pound. Now it's at $1 a pound.
Oh yeah.
So you got to pay attention to what the ranges are. Because I played one earlier today, and I had nothing in the ranges that they wanted, except for maybe like 1 fish, right? So you got to pay attention to that.
And also, pro tip: so if you're looking for the smaller channel cats, you're going to look in the shallows more for them, and then also look at your bait quality. So just keep that in mind. The better bait might work better for bigger fish, and then if the bait's a bit washed out, the smaller channel cats might eat that.
Good to know. All right. Josh, anything else from my friend?
I
I'll
think
take this
we
off.
are good. Whoa,
Oh, what is that?
Whoa.
Now let's go back to that. Oh, there we go.
that was scary there for a second. No, we can't do that.
That was not me. That was all Josh.
Oh yeah, we'll blame it.
But-
Well, it's fine. You can blame it on me, Clint. No, thank you for coming
Thank
on here
you.
with us tonight. It's been a blast, and it's just I don't know. We kind of got into. I feel like every once in a while we get into a rut. It's the same thing. It's the same thing, and this was something brand new for the community, and it's everybody's talking about it, everybody's playing it, and it just continues to grow, and it's amazing to see the growth that is just in the past month on the game, where it started out and where it's already at now. So
Yeah, I'll do a post on the community page of where it's like the very first iteration, where it started, so people can see like what that very first picture looked
wow.
like to what it is today. I've actually got every single file, so every single iteration that I've done, I've kept each one.
Oh,
So,
nice.
yeah.
And
So-
Danny, yes, we have a bragging board. I've got it set to close us out tonight. So
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, Clint, I appreciate it, man. I really do enjoy this. I hope others will give it a chance and have some fun with it and
Thank you.
do some testing for you, man.
yeah,
And
guys,
I
after
will.
the show, I fully expect to see tons of people out on the water on the lake there, and we can try to knock Chad off the leaderboard.
Good luck with that. I see Randy Swain is already out there.
I'm going to go
trying
find
to.
Randy Swain and just do circles around him.
I literally just did a circle around him on the boat. But, guys, thanks, gals. Thanks.
Oh,
for
hold on.
watching.
There's a really good one here. Matt from Wannabe Outdoors wants to know: is there a monetary assistant that people could help with the progressing the game or the community? So,
Honestly, the best help you can provide is to help me test it, right? And be a Android Play Store tester, because that's the only way for Google to allow it to go on the Play Store. I need at least 20 testers being on there for at least 12 days or something like that.
okay.
And then they have more requirements afterwards. So they're very strict with how that works. So
I
yeah.
know who this is. This is a coworker of mine. This is one of the guys that I was talking about earlier when I said that the people who don't like this game as our employer, Darren there has got some very, very good fish that he's caught, and he sent me screenshots of them through email. So
Cool.
Awesome. Yeah. And to your point, right now, guys, if you want this to become what it can be, that's where Clint needs the help.
yeah.
Like you said, he's spending a lot of time, his own money, trying to figure this out and get it out there. He's asking for just people to get on there, give it a shot, play it.
Yep.
You don't have to live on it, Randy, but spend some time, have some fun, and help out somebody that's been in the community for several years, right?
Yep,
And trying to think about us and actually put something out that nobody else has been doing. So
I dropped Clint's email address one more time down there in chat before we close out. Oh, yeah, Christina works with us as well, and she said, I hear about the rivalry between me and Darren all the time. So, I mean, it reached a point where we have to keep screenshots because we don't believe the other one. So, it's kind of like real fishing when you have to take, hey, here's the scale.
Yep, photo or video, and
It didn't happen. So, but no, everybody check that out. If you have an Android phone, obviously send Clint a message there and help him get that through the beta testing program there on Google Play. That way he can get it listed on Google Play Store. So
I got to up
that's
my
going to be
hours.
amazing. So
I got to try to catch up with Kaz.
and
Oh, there we go, baby. Oh yeah, big old 7.5 pound channel cat.
he's a great rivalry. So, all right, guys. Well, that's going to about finish us out here. I'll get the bragging board.
One last
Go
thing.
ahead.
Don't forget over on the Catfish Weekly community page,
Oh yeah, that is good.
Sign up for the January Top Cat is up.
We
So
have a
you're-
couple folks signed up for that already. That was on the December Top Cat, which is normally when I would put out the post to sign up for the next month. That was when my daughter Caitlin had her Christmas thing at her school. I wasn't here that week, and then we had StreamYard giving us all kinds of problems last Monday. And to be totally honest, with Christmas and everything else, I forgot until like a day ago to get the post up for Top Cat. It is up on the Catfish Weekly Facebook group. So I know January's iffy on the weather, but if you're in a position where you know you'll be able to fish and you feel like you've got a good shot, you're definitely welcome and encouraged to sign up for that. So,
and if anybody is fishing the Bama Blues this weekend, good luck and be careful.
Matt wants to know, does the game work best with Wi-Fi or data?
Either. It's very light on the data, so it's fine.
Good
And
deal.
it plays offline as well. You can launch it offline. It'll have procedurally generated fish during that time that you're offline, and once it connects again, it will connect to database fish that are there. So at least if you're stuck somewhere, you can still play. It just won't.
Man, so if you're on an airplane in airplane mode, you can
still play. It just won't be the same fish that are in the actual lake.
Right.
Yeah, the data that it consumes is not as heavy as the bags of fish I be catching, Matt. That's all I'm saying,
And that's the point that we're going to roll into the bragging board. So, Clint, thank you for joining us tonight, buddy. I appreciate you. Let's take a look. We'll see what the what our viewers have sent in, and we will see you all next Monday night.
Have a good week.
Howdy, folks. It's time once again to take a look at the Catfish Weekly Bragging Board, the weekly video series where we showcase the amazing fish caught by you, our viewers. Leading us off this week is the dynamic duo of Danny Stone and Richard Cluck. An impromptu trip to the Mississippi River recently resulted in 16 fish, including this 36-pound blue cat caught by Danny. Great job, fellers. Congratulations. United States Armed Forces veteran Derek spent a little time fishing with Jerry of Parker Pursuits and ended up catching a new personal best blue cat, weighing in at 45 pounds. Thank you for your service, Derek, and congratulations on the new PB. Brent Seidelman took his friend DJ out to catch some catfish on Christmas Eve. Brent says DJ has always been a crappie fisherman, but he may have converted him after the trip they had. They caught several fish, including a new personal best channel cat for DJ. Nicely done. And closing us out this week is our good friend Bill of Big Bill's Veteran Catfishing. Bill took advantage of the recent warm snap and ventured onto the Ohio River with Chad Fields. The result was an awesome day of fishing and a new personal best blue cat tipping the scales at 49.25 pounds. Great job, Bill. Don't forget, guys, you too can be featured on the Catfish Weekly Bragging Board. To be eligible, the fish needs to have been caught within the past 14 days, and we accept pictures of any species of fish. To get yourself or a friend on the bragging board, all you need to do is email your fish photo to pics@theweekendangler.com. Send us the information shown on your screen, and we'll get it on the board for you. Thank you all for watching. Have a great week.